We are hearing the gospel, and today in the gospel is really interesting what Jesus said, because we know he talked about the forgiveness, but what I want to talk about is this sentence that Jesus said to his disciples today. For he makes his sun rise on the bad and on the good, and cause rain to fall on the just and the unjust. How many of us, brothers and sisters, we are thinking that if we are disciples of Jesus Christ, if we are coming to the church, we will be more blessed than other people? Or even more, our life, it will be so easy. The hard life is just for the people who don't believe. The believers, their life is easy. And Jesus is saying to us, no way. Life is exactly the same. But there's a big difference. What's happened to us when we believe and what's happened to us when we don't believe. It's understanding of this. Because we will be sick in exactly the same way like the people who don't believe are sick. We will be rich in the same way exactly as the people who don't believe are rich. Different is it what we believe, how we are receiving this. And when I'm talking about the forgiveness, about the understanding life, understanding God's blessing, in my head is always the picture of one lady. It's a Polish lady. I met her here in Knoxville. Right now she is 92 years old. She was born in Poland, but she left Poland when she was 12. I talk about her so many times. Every time when I am talking about the forgiveness, I am talking about her. But long story shorter, in 1939, she is one of the kids of the 10 children. Her parents have 10 children. In 1939, when the Germans attacked Poland, 17 days after, in September 17th, the Russians, the Soviet Union, attacked Poland. And because of this, 3 of her older siblings was taken to Siberia, never come back to home. In 1941, when the Germans came, she took another 3 siblings, included her, to Germany. So her parents, in 4 years, they lost 6 children of 10 because of the occupation of Russia, because of the occupation of Germany. She was taken from her parents when she was 12 and worked as a slave in the German factory. After the war, her home city wasn't anymore in Poland because this part of Poland Russia take. And she was 17 and she was 14, and she was thinking, where I will go? It's not anymore Poland. She remembered the Russian occupation and she said, no way, I am not going there. So she made a decision with her older sister that they will come to United States. She came to United States when was 17. But before he came to United States, he stayed in a camp for the, the people who run away from somewhere. Remind me the word, please. Refugees camp. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for helping my English. Thank you. So refugees camp, she stayed in refugees camp 4 years waiting to be shipped to United States. And in this time, just after the Second World War, it was a big hunger in Germany. It was even bigger than during the war. and she was struggling hungry. And she said after 10 days eating nothing, she didn't eat 10 days. She found a German woman that she gave her the 3 or 4 days old bread. And you know what was her comment when she was saying me this story? She said, "Oh, so many people were hungry, but this German woman gave me this bread because I am always so lucky in my life." Excuse me? You are 15 years old. They took you from your parents when you have been 12. 5 of your siblings die on the war. And you are saying that you are lucky in your life? She never saw her father again. He visited her mother in the 70s, 35 years after he left house, because she didn't know when they are leaving. They was being removed from the city and moved to Poland, and she found a family by the Red Cross. And you are saying that you are lucky? And her husband was in concentration camp, Dachau concentration camp, for 3 years. By the way, their sons that are saying that it was impossible to complain about the food in their house. It was impossible. Their parents really struggled hungry. But you know, she was looking at this one moment in her life when she was dying of hunger, and someone gave her one old bread, and she said, "Because I am so lucky in my life." This is a different, brothers and sisters, how we look on our life. Sun is rising up on all of us. Rain is pulled down on all of us. But how we understand it, how we are thankful for God for this, how we receiving this is different. This is different. This is different why we will forgive everyone, because we love them. Even if they did so many bad things to us. The same family story, her husband who was in concentration camp 3 years, he met on the street in Germany one of the SS guard from concentration camp. He saw this man on the street, and the former soldier, former SS guard from concentration camp, when he recognized the former prisoner, he was so afraid. He was so afraid that he was recognized by the prisoner. You know what's happened in Dachau concentration camp after liberation by U.S. Army? You know this story, that the U.S. soldier was so angry to see what's happened there, and they kill almost all the guards just by execution. All of them have been arrested by the U.S. government and have a sentence. They were so angry to see how people could be wrong, how people could be mean to the others, killing them. And here we have a former prisoner and the guard. And we are accepting what? Justice. You have to call police, call 911 and say that this is a former guard for concentration camp. Arrest him, kill him. But not this man. Because this man don't want that others will suffer like he was suffering. And you know what he did? He gave him a big hug and say, "I forgive you." This is not the neighbor who is too noisy. This is not the other driver who passed your road. This is the man who want to kill you for 3 years. This is forgiveness. This is how we have to look at the other people. We have to look what's happened in our life. Sun is raised on all of us. Rain is fall on all of us. But we who believe in God, we see this in a different way. Why? Because we have a friend. And Jesus is our friend. And Jesus make everything different. Amen.